Oh, T.I. As many people daughter coochie you don't play it up in. Now you got the nerve not to want nobody to play in your daughter's zone. What a day when the tables turn. Catch these teas. Now Nessa girl, y'all done had all kind of bullshit and buffoonery going on down to the internet and the social media while I was out on depression, but the bitch is back and we gonna have to talk on it. So the news dropped a couple weeks ago that T.I. said on his podcast that he goes with his daughter every year to the gynecologist to make sure that her hymen wasn't broken. And the Negro actually had the nerve to say this shit out loud publicly like this was some good shit. The first thing that went through my mind when I heard this was, how dare you try to be so sexually rigid on your daughter when you and Tiny's legacy is literally built on popping pills and having threesomes all over the place. You and Tiny like to have love, sex, dirty sex, every sex in the name of Jocelyn Hernandez, yet for some reason you want your daughter to be all pristine and virginal, wearing all white and shit like Lisa Ray. No God. How does that go? How does that work? T.I. and the message that he is sending his children to me is the prime example of the type of confliction that goes on in black households sometimes. Here it is. T.I., you is laying it low and spreading it wide, and so is the young girl's mama. But yet she's not allowed to have sex. So let's just remove the whole social construct of wanting a virgin and wanting your daughter not to be a hoe. Let's just remove all of that aside really quickly. When teenagers go through puberty, that box get hot. That ding-a-ling get hard. Teenagers having sex is not the fucking end of the world. And yes, in a perfect world, none of us want our kids fucking at 14. Okay, but when you start to get in that 16, 17, junior, senior year high school ballpark, you'll be a goddamn fool to not expect your child to do a little yang, yang, yang in the bang, bang, bang. Okay, it's just a natural part of life. I think what T.I. is doing is a gross violation, A, of this young lady's privacy, and B, moreover, from a larger perspective, it is a huge violation of her having control of her body. You know what I'm saying? It's like you sending this message that it's going to be all hell to pay if your hymen is broken. That's not cool. That's not cool. And the fact that Tiny's sitting her ass around there and allowing this to go on, you know, this is the type of behavior, in my opinion, who leads children to go behind their parents' back and do all kind of sneaky shit and get in trouble. Because here's the thing, you checking her hymen, but the question is, did you check her asshole? And some of y'all may laugh. When I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, there was a huge spike in anal sex going on amongst a lot of the sorority girls because they were trying to protect their virginity. I also had a friend in high school who was a Jehovah's Witness, and in an effort to protect her virginity, her boyfriend was fucking her in the ass. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm somebody who done took a dick in the ass a time or two, and that is not some shit. Okay, that's real grown. Okay, that is real grown. And quiet as it's kept, I would much rather my child be taking it in the vagina than taking it in the asshole at 16, 17. Trust and believe the very thing that you're trying to protect and trying to keep from happening is happening. Whether she's sucking dick in the car, taking it in the ass, or giving them hand jobs, you cannot suppress a child's natural urges to be sexual with someone who they are in love with or in deep like with. It is a natural part of life. The second thing, you know, it's already bad enough that you're controlling this young lady's body in this manner, but then to go public with this and broadcast this publicly, it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. And now you set the stage for people like me to pass judgment, make videos about this young lady and her nether regions, and everybody's looking at her funny, knowing all of her business. It's not cool. And I know some of y'all out there with that whole, you know, mentality, that's right, that's my child, this, that, and the third. I do the same damn thing. You know, it's just a barbaric ass way of parenting, and y'all probably strike me as the type of parents like that lady who whooped her child ass down to that school. You see CPS done when it picked up all 4 of her damn children because of the way she showed up. You cannot raise, in my opinion, and some of y'all gonna say I don't have the right to have one because I don't have kids, but I don't have to have kids to know right from wrong and how the fuck you should raise yours. You should not have to beat your kids over the head with fear to keep them from doing things. That's poor leadership, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You should equip them with the tools necessary to make good decisions, and they should do what's right out of respect, not out of fear. You know, additionally, what baffles me the most about T.I. is like my opening statement. You don't went around the world and done played and rearranged every other young lady in Atlanta coochie, but your daughter too good to have hers rearranged by somebody. Now, ain't that some shit? Like, you are known for running around fucking anything with legs in Atlanta, running through tons and tons of women, but yet that same behavior and those same acts that you do on somebody else's daughter is not good enough for your own. That's the thing that baffles me with men, especially men who are womanizers. And you know, it baffles me with women too, when I always, you know, I always come hard on the strippers in the strip club, and everybody always like, whatever, it's their body. If they ain't hurting nobody, yeah, it's whatever to your damn daughter want to be one. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all out there, it's fine, it's fine. Drop down in the comments. How many of y'all would be alright with y'all daughter being a stripper? That's a god. I want everybody in the comments to answer that. How many of y'all be okay with y'all daughter being a stripper? My point exactly. Nevertheless, it's like, yeah, you can run around and jump up and down on all these women, but your daughter can't do the same. And she's got the 2 poorest examples of sexual restraint. Y'all are blasted across the whole internet for being the freaky deaky lovesome affair. So T.I., and I don't know if he got into this part, is he wanting her to save herself for marriage? And this whole notion that, oh, a girl only been with one person or she only been with 2 people, that somehow makes her a prize, that is bullshit. We don't live in the fucking 14th century anymore where women's bodies need to be policed and that they need to be judged on how many sexual partners that they had. People like to have sex, bitch. Sometimes I get on that Henny and that Remy and my pussy get hot and we like to fuck. What's tea? It ain't nothing wrong with having a one-night stand. It ain't nothing wrong with fucking somebody not knowing their last name, as long as you playing safe. It is an adult activity, and it is an activity that people should be, you know, fully educated about when they go into it. But it does not make a woman less than because she don't have sex with people. Period. It's time that we let this go. Drop down in my comments. I want to know how many of y'all agree with what T.I. is doing. Do you think that this is a gross violation of this lady's privacy? Or do you think that T.I. is right for what he's doing? On a side note, when I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, them people ain't teach me nothing about HIPAA, OSHA, or the Patient Bill of Rights. But I do believe that it is probably more likely than not illegal for the doctor to be revealing anything about that girl's hymen to that daddy. Quiet as it's kept, bitch. Let's just quiet as it's kept, honey. If she going to Dr. Simone probably will be like, I'm just gonna tell your daddy whatever you want me to tell him. Like, T.I., how do you not know that your daughter and the gynecologist are not in cahoots with one another? You know what I'm saying? And she been fucking landing low and spreading it wide all over South Atlanta. I'm just saying, because I don't know what doctor, and quiet as it's kept, T.I. probably about to get somebody damn fired, because I don't know what doctor can go and, well, I guess if the child is a minor, then the doctor must reveal any and everything to the parents. So maybe that's T.I.'s workaround. Nevertheless, I just don't like it. Drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. Bye.